Okay, so I'm going to be talking about why I chose to save Coiny and why I think you guys should too. And around like the end of this video, I'm going to try to explain why it would actually be better for some Pin fans, especially if you like Leafy and Pin interactions. So if you're a Pin fan, I really recommend you watch this video and try to understand my point of view. And I'll try to talk about it in like the most civil way I can, so that way I can try to make you guys like understand my view on this. So I'm gonna start with the fact that I understand where some of you guys are coming from. So I understand that Pin was mistreated by Freesmart. I completely understand what you guys are saying about that. Like, yeah, obviously Freesmart was being really mean to Pin. I completely understand why you want to sympathize with her for that. However, as it kept going, I didn't like how Pin started to just become like worse and worse. I can understand as part of, her arc, but I don't know. I personally just feel like she's starting to go too far. Like, I mean, it's fine if she wants to get revenge on specifically Free Smart, but like, it's okay. Well, my next point is I didn't like how she's been kind of like ignoring Coiny, because Coiny has been doing a lot for her. Like, he's the only one who actually truly cares about her. Everybody else was like, ew, Pin, get away from me. But Coiny was trying to be there for her because he loves her. And like, that's the thing. Like, when you love somebody, you want to defend them no matter what. Like, even if they're low-key doing some bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, Coiny literally cared about her more than anybody. Like, and y'all are just overlooking that so much. It's all about, oh, poor Pin. Like, yeah, I felt bad for her at first, but like, she's starting to become so annoying. I just cannot, like, again, I understand she went through a lot, but it's like, man, I'm sorry. I wanted to be nice about this, but I have to be honest, okay? It just kind of reminds me of how Flower was, or because she's so like, oh, look at me, I'm Pin, I'm pretty, and it's like, okay, shut up, dude. Like, I understand why everybody's avoiding her. Again, I'm gonna reinstate this like one more time. I might reinstate this again later, but I understand that she was mistreated, but you have to understand that she's getting really annoying now. And it's mostly because I'm sympathizing with Coiny. Like, he was the only one who was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, I swear to God, nobody else was, okay? Like, he was trying to be there for her. The next point I was going to say is that, okay, so I guess some people are trying to say that what Coiny did was worse. Like, no. He totally had every fucking right. You know what? Pin's been, quote, playing the game. Well, guess what? Coiny decided to play the game, and no, it was not dumb. What he did was smart, because, he, like, that was his way of getting Pin potentially out of the game finally. I mean, again, like, yeah, like, he put himself at risk, but also to put Pin at risk too, because you know what? He finally stood up for himself, and now you guys are mad about that. You guys are mad that he finally stood up for himself. He's been trying to defend Pin for so long because of how much he loves her, but you know what? He had to stand up for himself at some point. He had to. He was trying to be there for her. Like, come on, guys. Like, I'm sorry, but like, that was so fucking awesome what he did. I was like, yes, Coiny, you go. And like, it was not petty. Like, some people are like, but what Coiny did was petty. Everything Pin has been doing has been petty, bro. She lost her fucking mind. Like, I would be more sympathetic if she didn't go fucking insane. Like, I'm sorry, but like, being a bitch to everyone is not gonna help people sympathize with you, but somehow people are. Like, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I just personally do not get it. I just don't. But again, this is mainly because I feel like Coiny is so underrated, and so many people are overlooking him because of how many people are just obsessed with Pin. Everything Pin, 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 Pin. You know what I mean? And like I was saying earlier, like, he truly cares about her, by the way. Like, again, even now, even after what happened, I know for a damn fact he still truly cares about her, okay? Again, like, you have to understand that, bro. Like, he was the only person who actually was there for her, and nobody, like, she didn't give a shit, and apparently you guys didn't give a shit either. It's like, now y'all are all mad that your coin Pin is divorced or whatever. Like, now for this segment, I'm gonna talk about some Pin fans. Now, I'm not saying every Pin fan is like this, okay? I'm not saying that, okay? But there are some Pin fans, again, not all of them, so if you're a Pin fan, do not take offense, because I'm sure this is not about you if you're not like this, but some Pin fans are really annoying. Because they just try to act like, if we want to save Coiny, or like if we have some opinion on Pin, like we're like the worst people ever. I mean, I don't know if they're being like sarcastic. I mean, I feel like some of them are actually being serious about that, but it's just, I feel like some people are just so obsessed with Pin, and to the point where it's like, okay, dude, we get it, you love Pin, like I don't know, like I just feel like some of them are just, oh my gosh, like they'll praise her for like blinking. I don't fucking know. They're like, oh my gosh, Queen Pin blinks, oh my god. I don't know. I didn't want to sound rude, but I mean, at this point, you know what, it's my video, I have to be honest. I have to be honest. But again, please stay to the end if you want to hear something that like you might actually reason with. Okay, just let me get through my opinions and actually valid points first, and I'll get to why it would actually be good for the game. But let me just get through this stuff first. Yeah, but just some of these Pin fans are just so crazy, and they'll pretty much defend her for like anything. And also, some Pin fans will be like, oh, I love Coiny too, but they have such an obvious bias towards Pin, like, because I swear they only like Coiny because of the Coin Pin ship, because I swear it feels like almost nobody would talk about Coiny if the Coin Pin ship didn't exist, because now that there's sides to be picked, now y'all are trying to convince everybody to save Pin, because like, oh, but I thought you liked both, because if you truly liked both, you would understand both sides. But it seems like certain Pin fans who claim to also like Coiny seem to be unhappy when someone says that they'd rather save Coiny, which is weird to me. So it's obvious, like, it just, again, this is only towards those ones, okay? If you're not like that, this is not for you. But there are definitely some Pin fans have an obvious bias, and also content too. Like, I tried to search up Coiny edits and Coiny animations, everything was just Coin Pin. Like, I want to see content of just Coiny by himself. I literally could not find a single video of just Coiny. Everything was just Coin Pin this, Coin Pin that. Oh my gosh, Coin Pin. Like, bro, let me just see Coiny on his own. This brings back my point earlier of how, like, he's so underrated, like, just by himself. Like, you know, it's because, like, it just feels like everybody just loves Pin, but, like, y'all are overlooking Coiny and how much he actually cares about her. And, like, I mean, seriously, nobody understands how amazing of a character Coiny is, you know? And also, you guys are not thinking about the other characters' experience. Like, yeah, oh, well, Pin's been through so much, of course she's gonna take it out on others, but you guys aren't thinking about how the others feel. Like, yeah, they hate her because, like, they're tired of her. Like, can you imagine being in that game and just Pin is, like, trying to annoy you every second and just be like, look at me, I'm Pin, oh my gosh. Like, wouldn't you be annoyed by that? Like, be so for real. Like, if you were one of those characters, you'd be annoyed by her, too. And again, I'm sorry, but come on now. By the way, I do not hate Pin. Currently in Bfdia, I'm not a fan of her, but I do not hate, like, her character overall. Like, I mean, I thought she was cool and, like, BFB and T-Paw and stuff, so obviously I do not hate her character. I'm just sharing my thoughts on what's happening in Bfdia. And then another point is, where do we draw the line of, like, she's been through so much and just being, like, a plain annoying and rude character? Again, it feels like I keep repeating myself, but this is, like, the excuse that, like, every Pin fan uses. Again, she's been through a lot, yes, but I really think she's just going too far at this point. But it's mostly because of, like, how she hasn't been appreciating Coiny enough after, like, he's literally been the only person who actually cared about her and defended her. You know what I'm saying, right? But yeah, because this brings back to my point of the bias. Like, now you guys are mad at Coiny because he actually took action and actually stood up for himself like he should have. Like, now you guys are mad about that, which proves that y'all had a bias for Pin all along. It wasn't about Coin Pin, it was just about Pin. That's how you guys truly like. You know what I mean? Like, nobody actually appreciates Coiny. I mean, there are Coiny fans. I've been meeting them, trying to make more Coiny fan friends, but yeah, but just so many people just want to overlook him. I know I keep saying that, but it's so true. Okay, so here's the thing that I mentioned earlier about Leafy and Pin. So here's another thing that Pin fans try to say. So, like, they try to say that if we eliminate Pin, the game will not be as interesting, but think about it. Leafy's not a contestant in the Bfdia right now, is she? No, she's not competing. She's not in the game. But guess what? She's still making a huge part in the show. I mean, everybody's been making animations and edits of her. Like, she's making a huge impact. And guess what? She's not a contestant right now. She's not competing in Bfdia right now, and she's still making an impact. So the show can still be interesting. Pin can still be in the show regardless if she's in the game or not. So that the show will become boring thing is bullcrap. Like, literally look at Leafy. Pin can be interesting. The next point I wanted to segue into is Pin and Leafy can team up easier if they're both not competing. Because, like, I've heard some people try to say, oh, well, Pin can spy easier or something like that, or, like, I don't know, but, like, it makes more sense to me if they're both going against the people who are currently competing, like, because, again, like, Leafy's been, you know, doing stuff, so Pin can actually work with her if she's out of the game, and especially all you Leaf Pin fans, I think you would actually appreciate that. So think about it. It will actually be better if Pin is out. And also, Coiny needs his arc. We've been dragging the Pin arc for so long, bro. Like, trust me, she can still have her arc while not being a contestant. We need to see more Coiny arc, bro. Like, we finally saw him actually express his true feelings and actually take action and actually stand up for himself. Like, we need to see more of Coiny's arc. Like, seriously, you guys do not understand this enough, okay? We get it. Pin has been hurt. Yeah, she's going through her stuff, but let's see Coiny, bro. We need to see, again, oh my god, it feels like nobody understands, I swear. So my next point, now this is completely an opinion, okay? I mean, it's technically true, but now if you're a Pin fan, do not get mad, I'm stating an opinion. But I personally think that Pin, I mean, I kind of already said this earlier in some way, but I personally think Pin is extremely overrated. Dare I say the most overrated character in BFDI right now. Again, no shade if you love her. That's completely fine. We all like her different characters, but I personally think she is overrated just with how much Pin stuff I've been seeing. Just everything is just, oh my gosh, did you see Pin's face in this scene? Oh my gosh, Pin is doing this. Like, buddy, she's just, like, I don't know, being a character in the show. Why is she somehow more important? Again, I know that I mean, like, we all have our favorite characters, but it's just, I don't know. Again, just please, if you love Pin, you know, that's fine. Just hopefully you understand where I'm coming from with all the other stuff I've been saying here. And the next point I was going to say is to make Coiny's sacrifice worth it. Like, if Coiny sacrificed himself to be potentially eliminated, we need to make his sacrifice worth it. Now, another opinion, I mean, I've already said this, but I love Coiny as a character, and like I've been saying, he's underrated. Like, very underrated. Just everything, you guys have been making everything about Pin, but for once, can y'all try to see Coiny's point of view? Like, hello? Like, because again, I know I've said this before, but I'm gonna keep saying it. He has been the only one who truly actually cared about Pin. Just, oh my god, you guys are overlooking that so much. And like, that's another reason why I love him, because like, I feel like, you know, like when I saw that, it's like I related to him so much because like, I know what that's like, you know, like I felt him, you know. It's like, when you love someone, you know, like, you want to be there for them, you know, like when they've been through so much, and you know, like, I felt that, man. I just love Coiny so much, and like I said earlier, we really need more Coiny content, like, without Pin involved. Again, you know, I like Coin Pin, you know, it's a cute shit, but why do I never see any content of just Coiny himself? Like, everything seems to be Coin Pin, you know? That's pretty much all I wanted to say, I think. I truly just think that Coiny deserves so much more love, and I just think that you guys are way too focused on Pin, and I think that you maybe need to understand as Coiny fans, because we actually see, you know, Coiny for who he is, and just, you know, how much he's so underrated, you know. Like, you would think that he's not, you know, because he's one of like the last people competing in BFDIA, but just so many people are just wanna, you know, make up excuses for Pin and just act like, you know, Pin's the greatest thing ever, but you know, Coiny is also so amazing, and I feel like if you actually, you know, respected Coiny as well, you wouldn't get mad at people for saving him. And, you know, I don't know, but I just feel like you guys need to be more understanding of him and understand, you know, why as Coiny fans feel the way we do and why we actually think that he deserves to be saved. And plus, you know, me personally, I feel like Pin getting out would humble her, but that's just me. But, yeah, but again, all of this is with all due respect. I just say to my opinions and also some valid reasons. And even after watching this video, if you still want to save Pin, you know, that's fine. But I do hope this at least made you guys maybe understand more, maybe, I don't know, rethink some stuff again. And not, obviously I can't change everybody's mind, but hopefully you can at least understand. And I really don't want to start any arguments. I'm just stating what I personally think about this. And yeah. If you're a Coiny fan, comment down below, like a picture of Coiny or something, I don't know, but yeah, but if you are a Coiny fan, please mutual me or mute me, whatever, I don't know, but I need more friends who like Coiny, so yeah, but thanks for watching, hopefully you understand, and have a great day. Also, I just want to give an honorable mention to this person's comment right here. Just go ahead and read what they said. Like, all of it is like stuff that like I've been saying, like I agree with, so yeah, shout out to this person. If you made it to the end, here's a drawing of Coiny I made. Okay, bye.